Hey guys, I'm just Jershin and welcome back to another episode of The Binding of Isaac Afterbirth Plus Early Morning Daily Edition. This is 2 days in a row. I'm proud of myself. Again, it takes time to form a habit, but 2 days in a row, been waking up earlier and earlier, and boy does my brain feel it, to get up and do this daily challenge. I think we've now officially done a week of dailies. In that week, we've gotten Lilith twice, Apollyon twice, though yesterday's was actually pretty good, The Lost, and Maggie. And then we had the curated Friday the 13th run, I think. But it's been, not my favorite so far. Let's see if today is the day we finally have a breakthrough of a wonderful daily character. Maybe an Azazel daily to get us really started this morning. Eden can be at least fun. We're going to start with 2 items. We just don't know what those 2 items are. It's early, so I don't know if anybody else has done this yet. Becco has, with a very nice score of 24,000. We are going to Isaac today. We are going to Isaac. Ooh! You noticed yesterday? I cringed and twitched. Oops. I cringed and twitched a little bit every time I ate or drank my coffee. We got Tooth and dude, 6.03 damage. The tier rate stinks, but ooh, and our HP is also Monka. Monka. All right, so Spirit Heart ASAP. Watch out for that champion. Spirit Heart as soon as humanly possible. Damage is really. That's just rude. That is just rude. We need a Spirit Heart as soon as humanly possible. And I'm not using... Look, I don't use Monstro's Tooth very often. So I don't know maybe some of the finer details. I believe if there's no other enemies on the screen, it'll... Yas, Queen! I believe if there's no other enemies on the screen, it probably... Guppy's head! Let's go! Okay. My body just went through an extreme range of emotions right there. I was met with immediate disappointment for the fact that we didn't get a Spirit Heart from our Tinted Rock. I wanted to cry. I nearly did. You nearly saw a man break down into tears. Instantaneously after, we were gifted a black heart from our second secret room, which is so kind of them. It's experimental treatment. Experimental treatment, I usually don't take, but since we already have 1 syringe, I feel like getting that second syringe towards, Let's go! Dude, what an upgrade! Oh, we lost our HP. Oh, no. Okay, well. Oh, we gotta be careful on the next floor. So, I was going to go visit the curse room at the expense of my black heart. I no longer... Library. Please a Spirit Heart. Please a Spirit Heart. Please a Spirit Heart. Okay. We just gotta be careful. We just gotta be quite careful. I mean, we are unbelievably powerful for this point in the game. So I can't be upset about that fact. We are very powerful for where we are in the game. Maybe visiting that library. Never mind. I was gonna say wasn't the greatest idea. But now we got our key back. So we can visit this room right here. That is not exactly what we are looking for. It's not even close to what we're looking for. I need a Spirit Heart. Yo, there's options. Do be pretty good too. But for now, for survivability's sake, I gotta take that second Spirit Heart. And now I can unclench a little bit, to be slightly graphic. Now we can unclench ourselves a little bit and focus on, well, to be honest, steamrolling this run, because this is an unbelievable start. Let's go ahead and dunk on the Haunt. which I am none too concerned about because you may have noticed that we are very, very powerful. You may have noticed that we are very, very powerful right now in terms of the amount of damage we're doing. We're going to take this HP up so that we can trade it for a deal with the devil, potentially. Yeah, I mean, yeah, I want that. Head to guppy items. I don't think I even want black powder. This gives us 1 holy mantle per floor, so we definitely want to take that. We can use that to only take half damage as we go explore our curse room, which I would like to do very quickly. And then, I mean, world's our oyster. We'll continue on to the next floor. Interesting. This is quite an interesting gambit you've provided here. This is quite an interesting situation you provided here. Shoot. I was gonna say because I'm risking it. Tears up. Tears up. Playing a little frisky today, but that's okay. Look, we're in a really good spot. We have enough damage. Like, this is a great daily. This is the kind of inject these dailies directly into my veins, as some would say. Wait, we had petrified poop. We had petrified poop. Why did I not do this sooner? There is money to be had here. Not enough money for theirs options, though. We could buy a 3-cent bomb, though. You know, let's not try to min-max things too much. Let's just head to the next floor. I do think wooden cross, 1 extra piece of holy mantle per floor, will be very nice for our damage bonus. Obviously, it's not as good as just having holy mantle, but 1 hit per floor, still nothing to sneeze at. The hermit card also pretty good for us right now because if I can have 1 complaint about the run, and I really can't, at least I shouldn't. Maybe petrified poop was the better play because you'd expect to get more money over the course of a run. Maybe, I don't know. It's tough. Anyway, the nice thing about hermit card is, I mean, I'm just going to use it now. It's free access to the shop, which again doesn't have much here, but we're a little low on keys, as it were. So any free access we can get to that particular avenue, I think is going to be really good for us. Whether or not it's worth using that bomb to get into the secret room is up for debate when we only have 1 bomb, I would agree. We'll find out if it's worth it very shortly. It paid for itself. It paid for itself, and you get a little bit of an exploration bonus as well. So we'll at least pretend like it was, even though in all likelihood it was not. Man, this is, I mean, it's not even that we had a great Eden start or anything, though the damage up was nice. This is just starting as a great run in general, so I'm very happy. I would like to explore my options there in the curse room. Sometimes you kind of do a little risk evaluation when it comes to the curse room, and you see in your brain, sure, you see how much you could. Why did my range? It said my range went down. That's confusing to me. I also probably should have saved the hermit card there. We could have saved a half heart here. But anyway, with us being only 1 guppy item away from becoming guppy, every single curse room, at least in my opinion, is now a you must check this. It's on the list of this must be checked. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. Not the second secret room, huh? How about you? That's the second secret room. Good stuff. I would have loved to blow up this guy. Just being honest with you. I would have loved to blow you up, both of you, for both the money, but more importantly for the higher deal with the devil chance. I think that. Why are you already second phase? I will never. Is that boss glitched? That's the second time in a row we've been fighting that boss, and in my opinion, I just made the biggest circle in the world around him and still managed to take damage. Is there like creep on the floor that I'm not seeing? I don't know. I don't know if they changed that boss or if he's glitched right now, but I tend to remember a time when that boss wasn't that difficult. Lately, it's like I can't do it without taking damage, which is concerning to me. Glass shard, sure. It's interesting. Again, I think this is a, you gotta check it. You tricked me. You tricked me. You tricked me. It's a Krampus fight. Ah, you got me. Okay, so at least we know. You know what actually is kind of an interesting play? We actually want to take damage on this floor. Because we got a free, and we want to do it on the boss fight. So what I'm going to do is, I'm going to attempt to take no damage for the rest of the run. For the rest of the floor, I should say. Awaz doesn't help us. Dagaz is nice after the fact. Okay, there's some really interesting stuff to be happening here. Yeah, okay, so there's like some crazy stuff happening here. I'll be back. I'll be back. So what we want to do, some 5-head strategies. We've already seen the deal with the devil. We know we're getting. We already know what's in it. We already got it. So we actually don't want to get the deal with the devil naturally on this floor. So we want to purposely sabotage ourselves. How do we do that? Well, when we get to the boss fight, well, that works too. But we still are going to want to, when we get to the boss fight, purposely take damage in the boss fight room to make sure that our deal with the devil chance goes down to 0. Or I think it's not technically 0, it's like 0.5, but it's essentially 0. That way, on the next floor, we have a 100% chance of the deal with the devil. So here's what you want to do. Again, it's a little strange. It's a little strange, but you do this. I may just take damage against this man naturally, but let's go ahead and make sure it happens. Okay. It went down to a 0.5% chance, which is exactly what we wanted. I don't want to die, though. I mean, it doesn't matter too much if we die, but we don't want to. Okay. We'll come back for Celtic Cross later, or Wooden Cross, whatever it's called. So now that we've gotten that taken care of, now we can do some interesting stuff here. I think we're gonna get spun. I think we're gonna get spun! Okay, so spun's great. Burkano, pop it. Dagaz, pop it. Dagaz, pop it. Awaz, pop it. Not what we're looking for. And then I think you keep the devil card with you. Okay, so. We already visited Curse Room, yes. Oh, I didn't even see them. Okay, that's a shame. Stop taking damage. There is literally no figurative reason left on planet Earth for you to take damage. You're such a big, strong boy. We are very strong, though. Baby voice or not. So there is no reason we should be taking damage at this current point in time. And if we can become Guppy... I'm going to use the devil card here. Again, we're low on keys. So I think saving the hermit card for the next floor to get a nice quick trip. What's your guys' favorite gas station? I think I like mobile on. I don't understand. Maybe it's because I'm playing a little too loose because I'm feeling good about the run, but we have runs that are absolutely pure garbage that I'll take no damage on, and now somehow this daily, which is one of the easily the most powerful one we've had since I joined the mix. Suddenly I cannot stop taking damage. Explain that one to me, Science. Okay, so that paid for itself. Great stuff. It's the first one that I'm like not even like, we gotta hurry if we want to make boss rush. We can't full clear stuff. We gotta go. I'm not concerned about it at all. I think there's almost no chance we don't make boss rush. Let's not forget, because of our 5-head plays on the last floor, we now have a 100% chance of a... worth it for a penny? I mean, I like pennies. We now have a 100% chance of a deal with the devil on this floor, which is very, very good. Maggie's Faith is a bunch of red hearts. Just to be honest, I tend to not respect the red heart. It's nothing against the red heart in and of itself. I'm going to come back to Curse Room later. We'll come back. Now you got me thinking I will not come back to Curse Room later. Maybe I'll come back to Curse Room later. I mean, I definitely want to go in there. The issue at this point is I really want to make sure we get this 100% deal with the devil. So I don't want to waste this Holy Mantle charge. Yeah, I don't want to waste this Holy Mantle charge. So allow me to just I don't want to waste this Holy Mantle charge, so allow me to just run directly onto some spikes. That seems like a good recipe to have a great time. Money's great, by the way, so we will be visiting shop for sure. Again, we just got to make deal with the devil happen first. So I am prioritizing. We could also visit the shop, try to get a second spirit heart, and then suddenly things are less scary. That's another option. Or just be careful, forehead. Again, we are so strong, there's no reason to take damage. We'll pick it up for Bookworm. And do absolutely nothing with it after that. Okay. Okay. Gotta be getting close to boss fight. Don't see any tinted rocks. That's a tinted rock, baby. That's what we're looking for. If you could hook me up. Can't help but notice you did not hook me up there. In fact, the tinted rocks to this point have not really hooked me up. They've been rather rude, to be perfectly honest. Okay, so just don't take 2 hits on the boss fight, which again you shouldn't. It is Brownie though. Don't mess this up. You can stop jumping. I hate this boss fight, dude. I hate this boss fight. Okay. He's gonna charge. He's gonna charge. He's gonna charge, but you're fine. Okay. Something milkshake boys all to the yard. Okay. Screw is good, even though I don't know if our tiers can go up. Guppy! Yes! Dude, this daily's so good. This daily's so good. This daily's so good. Okay, so we will be flying. The problem here, there is a problem. You may be wondering, how could you have a problem on a daily such wonderful as this? As wonderful as this? Problem is that everybody's gonna have this wonderful daily. Everybody will be experiencing the majesty that is this daily. Presumably, there's nothing we've really done to this point to separate ourselves. Other than maybe, I will say, the decision on the last floor to purposely take damage so that we can guarantee a deal with the devil on this floor. It's possible that gives us the extra benefit we needed to become Guppy that some other players maybe won't achieve. I don't know what we got from that, but it seems like a bunch of nothing. Alright, I also think maybe should have taken car battery there to double the flies that we would have been getting, but it's okay. Let's get a little wild if possible. BFF doesn't actually help us. I mean, might as well. It's 7 cents, so why not? I tried my best there. I really did. I tried my best to get some cool stuff there. We just couldn't make it work. Okay. Check our secret rooms and second secret rooms. That's kind of rude. Now the question is, do you just play at light speed? Again, I think you're going to have a decent amount of people. This isn't exactly like, you know, some best kept secret, some super well hidden seam that no one's going to find. You're going to have a lot of people becoming Guppy on this run. which means you're gonna have a lot of people just kind of blowing through the whole game. That's rude in my personal opinion, so I don't respect it. We already have spun, so we actually don't really need that. We really, like, don't need almost any items for the rest of the game. We're probably good. We're probably fine for the rest of the game. Now, I did just waste all of my keys, not thinking. I don't know the behind-the-scenes data on buttons. But at least anecdotally, I gotta feel like they have about a 0.2 chance of actually giving you something good. It seems so universally awful. Alright, now that we're Guppy, there's, like, no reason to visit curse rooms. Or at least less of a reason, but I did so anyway. Again, we don't need to rush here. This is the mom floor, so we will be, unless something goes horribly wrong. Stop wasting keys. Stop wasting keys. Unless something goes horribly, horribly wrong here, we will be making boss rush, which is great. Not only we're gonna make boss rush, but you'd expect to have, that's really good. That's not so good. Not only will we be making boss rush, but oh, freaking baby! Alright, so the run's busted now. I mean, it was busted before. It is supremely busted at this point. Now we really want on top of all of this. Why did I do that when I have no keys? I don't know, to be honest with you. I don't know why I did that. Okay. So golden chests abound. Maybe we can find Cricket's head in one of them or something and send this to the moon. Again, if there's one complaint, and it feels really rude to try to find a complaint, there is one complaint. It's resources. Okay. So let's quickly visit shop. See what we can maybe make happen in the shop. I'd love to buy the keys. You don't know what could be in those golden chests. PhD can be good. Blank card. I don't know the blank card does anything for us at this point. Just being honest. 3-cent key. Humbling bundle is wonderful. Give me another key. Give me a spirit heart for good measure. Okay. Cool. So, quickly. I do not... I mean, maybe the pills could have been good. The pills could have, in theory, been good. I just gotta check. Okay, so now the world is but a dream. Now we've paid for everything we could ever need. Which is great. I gotta go check that. It's the not knowing that hurts. We're gonna make boss rush, don't worry. I know I cut it close every single time. Alright, Humbling Bundle has made it so that resources will no longer be a factor. You no longer need to worry about resources. Again, don't worry. We're going to melt Mom. Store key? What does store key do? I think that just lets you into the stores for free, which is not great. I spent too much time thinking about that, which nearly cost me here. But again, it will not because you may notice the mom fight is over. We'll take Polaroid. And we'll take Celtic Cross. Okay. So, this is going to be rather simple. This is going to be one of the easier... Brownie is such an annoying fight, dude. This is going to be one of the easiest boss rushes we've ever completed before, and I love it! I love how simple and easy Guppy's gonna make it. It's been such a long time since we've made Guppy happen, dude. It feels good. It feels really good to finally, after so many years, it's like seeing your old high school friends. After you went off to college, you grew a little distant perhaps, but now you're having a nice little reunion, staying up all night playing Halo 2 again. I never played Halo 2, so I actually don't know what that experience would be like, but I've heard a lot of people like that game, so we'll use it for our purposes. Hello, I heard you. This is it's a wonderful daily. Again, the only question now is what can we pop? Oh, well, it's a pretty simple formula. We did it yesterday too. The daily is going to Boss Rush. Sorry, the daily is going to Isaac, which means we want to go to the Void. And I can tell you at this point that I have little to no concern about us making it to Hush in time and beating Hush in time. So I don't think you'll have to worry about the speed aspect of this. And then I should have learned the Alt F4 strats. I ended up, we'll check yesterday's again. I forgot to check the score at the beginning, and I will probably forget to check at the end of this, so maybe don't get your hopes up too much for that. But I went back and I watched the tape, and I believe when we walked into the Delirium fight, our score was at like 42,100 or something. I mean, the Spirit Hearts are nice. And we ended up finishing like a full... like 1,500 points down because of the time and damage the Delirium fight took. So we probably could have had like, you know, at least 10 better places. We finished like 50th. We could have finished like 40th. We could have had a significant number better placement if we just, I think it's just Alt F4ing. It just feels so scummy though. It feels like such a scummy play, so I don't like doing it. But I think it's like statistically the right play. I'm not gonna take this pill. We took a gamble on a couple pills earlier. We had one good pill, one bad pill. I don't think this run, I would say, is... I don't think it's a controversial statement to say that the success of this run is not hinging on that one Tears Up pill we got earlier, so... I guess then, by proxy, you could also say we're not going to destroy the run if we get a Tears Down pill, so why not take the chance on a, like... At this point, what can a bad pill really do to derail this? Answer, essentially nothing. Yo, a library. Here comes a bookworm. Here comes bookworm, I wasn't kidding. What other book did we pick up? I'm actually going to hold Book of Belial. I think this is the right play. I'm going to hold Book of Belial for the increased deal with the devil chance. We're generating enough flies right now, because we're Guppy, that I don't think Guppy's head... An extra 3 flies per room doesn't really matter that much. Think of, like, put this in terms of an item that would be useful against the Hush. Is 3 extra flies against the Hush worth more than a damage up for the entire room? No. It's better to have Book of Belial for the Hush fight. We also, no, Sacrifice Room's not the play. Logistically, Sacrifice Room is not the play. Maybe picking up all these items also not the play, but Hush is kind of a pain in the butt, so the more defensive items you can have, the better, in my opinion. Okay. So we have a 75% chance of a deal with the devil here. Would love to try and make it work if at all possible. Because I want to trade away this HP and get a little bit of Polaroid invincibility. The Tears Up could be interesting. I don't like these items. I don't like those items, but I think it's worth... getting rid of the HP for the Polaroid invincibility. Now, if we end up... we'll know if it's the wrong play or not. The reason... So if we get a deal with the devil on this floor, which we have a 1/3 chance of doing so, it will have been the wrong play. It will have been the wrong play because we maybe could have traded away red hearts on this floor for, who knows what, maybe we'll see a really, really good item in there. And instead we're going to have to trade away spirit hearts. Whoa. Oh, that's my little buddy. The reason I don't like this item is because he can sometimes turn into, BBF, aka like the worst familiar in the entire game, who sometimes you walk into a room and just instantaneously explodes upon you because you spawn on top of an enemy and he explodes and then you take damage. It's basically a nightmare. So I would prefer if that doesn't happen. Again, is there really a reason to be visiting the curse rooms at this point anymore? It's debatable. It's debatable whether or not there's a reason to still be visiting curse rooms at this point in the game. We're doing it though. Because you never know. We'll also see if, again, it's all about predicting the future. I'm playing the odds. 36% chance is decent, but it's still a sorry, sir. Don't gamble. 36% chance isn't horrible, but it's still a relatively low odds of making that deal with the devil work. So I'm playing the odds here. I'm betting that we won't get a deal with the devil on this floor. And if we do, we'll have a tough choice to make. Do I want to spend half of my spirit hearts that room hurt my brain a little bit. Do I want to spend half of my spirit hearts that might make it so I die on Hush to make myself a little bit more powerful? It's really going to depend on the item. And it's also really going to depend if we get it or not. So, he turned into BBF, you jerk. He's BBF, so stand back. Stand at a distance. He will blow you up. He does not care about you. That helps a little bit. Every additional spirit heart at this point is a little bit less of a decision I have to make, and I'm appreciative of that. Okay. So, let's, You can tell it's a good run when I'm not constantly checking the clock, because I'm not even concerned. It's just like a foregone conclusion we're going to make boss rush. That room has been showing up quite a bit. Okay, so we're going to melt Mom's heart, I should say. We freaking got it, dude! But we don't want it. We got it, but we don't need it. Okay. Now it's time for the Hush fight. This is a great run. I don't know what else you need from me. To tell you, these are the kind of runs I want to start the day. Not the kind I usually get from drinking coffee. Sorry. We've evolved beyond that level of humor. Host hat's great. Host hat's good for a defensive purpose. I'll pick it up. And in here, sure, give me an extra syringe, I suppose. I don't even know what it does, but I'll take it. Restock, huh? Restock's interesting because we have 99 cents, but it's also like, it would be more interesting if I already had chaos. Now, we could buy restock. We could buy restock, buy backpack, and maybe get chaos? But to me, it's too little too late, not worth the price of admission, I would say. So I'm just gonna choose to skip out on it instead. That's a qualm I just don't want to have to deal with right now. Plus, we would lose a ton of score for choosing to waste all of that money. At this point, the run... Oh, don't get me wrong. On a normal daily, I absolutely would... Or, sorry, on a non-daily. I absolutely would take restock. I would spend all of my money because money doesn't really... You're just trying to win the run and get, you know, as cool synergies as possible. In that situation, don't worry. I'd absolutely go for it. The amount of points we lose from getting rid of all that money and also getting all of those items doesn't seek to benefit us in much, if any, regard. Look at this guy. He's ready to go. Minkus? We survive. Alright, so obviously it's a great Hush fight. We're doing really well thus far. Guppy tends to make that happen. You may have heard of our friend Guppy. He's very strong. Tends to melt most bosses, even in a case like this where they have boss armor. Just very, very good. The only thing that could really separate this run, I'm now realizing, or help it even farther, not that it needs to, would be piercing shots of some sort. got these really big, powerful tiers, but when we have multiple enemies, you only get to waste 1 tier per enemy. So having multiple ways to hit an enemy, a la piercing shots, would be fantastic. Okay, so once again, I have no teleport card as we head down to the void. That's not that big a deal. We'll just hold up on doing the boss fights. This was a good, quick, it's gonna be like a sub 40-minute void run, which is really, really good. Again, I wouldn't... I think our score will look pretty good when we finish this floor. But I think it's more... I don't think it'll stay there. I think this daily especially, people are going to catch wind of this one. Everyone and their brother's going to be like, yo, you should do the daily today. There's Guppy. Everyone's going to want to do the daily. Don't pick that up. Everyone's going to want to do the daily because they're going to hear that it's a really, really good daily. So why would you not do the daily? Stop. That's me after coffee. Come on. He says while drinking coffee before you. Don't think about it. Everyone's going to want to do the daily because it's a fantastic daily for the first time in a little bit. So I think you're going to see... There should be 2 of them, yeah. You're going to see a dip in score. Like, if we finish and we're top 50, I think we might even get knocked down to, like, top 100. Because so many people are going to end up doing this daily ex post facto. So just, you know, don't expect it to stick. Somehow, you ever just, like, not get a good suction on your straw? And then when it slips out of your mouth like that, all the whatever beverage you're drinking comes shooting out with it. It's happening to me in above average amount. I'm not gonna stop drinking with straws. I love this metal straw. It keeps the iced coffee literally ice cold. So dang cold, so delicious. And it also is supposed to be coffee stains your teeth. It's supposed to be a little bit. I don't know if this is true, by the way. I just read it probably on Twitter somewhere, so it must be true. It serves as my holy mantle. Serves as like a direct tunnel into your mouth, so that the coffee doesn't hit your teeth. So it stains it. Theoretically, won't stain it as badly. Again, I don't know if it's true. Could very well be a lie. People lie on the internet pretty consistently. Have you seen Donald Trump's Twitter? Okay, continue. Finish the run. See what else you got here. Again, we're just going for a full clear because it is, it's very unlikely that we take damage here. I need to learn the Alt F4 strats, by the way. This might be the run where it's worth... Let me check right now. Okay. Let me check right now just to see. Binding of Isaac, Daily, Delirium Quit. Score? Sure, let's see what it says. Delirium plus Dailies, Binding of Isaac. I heard stories of people doing the daily, killing Delirium, and then the game crashes. Oh. How many points? From what I've heard, you're not even given points, so it's probably best to just move on to the dark room / chest after Hush. Okay, well, that's not an option. Okay, they fixed the teleport. The optimal options depending on where it ends. If it ends in... Okay, yes. Okay. Explore the whole floor, check the boss rooms, and as soon as you find Delirium, quit the run. So you don't Alt F4, do you just exit game? Will that save your run? I'm all for maximizing my score here. Today I learned there's no points for killing Delirium at the dailies. That's correct, but what's the best strategy for overcoming this, my good friend on Reddit.com? No, I don't want to sign up for the Reddit app. Here's an upvote. Okay. Yes. I believe I said so somewhere. Let's do theory craft. Okay. Theory crafting. I don't care about that. Just tell me how to quit. Binding of Isaac. How to quit daily. That's what I want to know. All My Rage, why can't you quit and resume a daily run? Today is the day I quit Isaac. That's sad. Do not try to save and exit from a daily challenge. It ends the run. Does it save your score? Maybe today will be the day we learn. I'll be upset if it doesn't save my score. But I also am totally down. I think Delirium is I mean, just like a not great. This is me who's never designed a game before, but I think it's a pretty not fun, poorly designed boss fight. Designed purely to incite rage within a player. So I don't mind. The less I have to do, the less times I have to fight Delirium over the course of my life, in my personal perspective, is like a longer lifespan. So I'm down to try to learn it today. We will... It's either Alt F4, but I don't really want to have to reboot the game, so I probably won't do the Alt F4 strats. Instead, we will try to just save and exit. A lot of Eternal Hearts on the floor. That's why we didn't pick them up earlier, by the way, because you accidentally run into 2 of those. Suddenly, Polaroid Invincibility is gone. Not that Polaroid of Invincibility is probably going to make much of a difference over the course of this... Almost took some silly damage there. I don't think Polaroid Invincibility is going to make much of a difference over the course of this run, because you may have noticed, well, we've taken 1 hit on this floor so far, Empress. We've taken 1 hit on this floor so far, and it was the Holy Mantle hit, so we haven't really even taken damage on the floor. The score is going to be out of... What's with the Eternal Hearts? Do I got some sort of... Does Wooden Cross? I don't think it does. I don't think Wooden Cross increases the chances that you find Eternal Hearts. Yo, Emperor card is great. What the heck? Well, there's our first piece of damage on the floor. It's upsetting, but to be expected. And we can also be very happy because Emperor card, unless... So if we go into a boss room and it's Delirium, we could Emperor card out. The only potential downside is if we end up Emperoring back into the Delirium fight, at which point I think we just save and exit. So, okay, I'm ready to go. Let me open this chest and grab the goodies. I'm ready to go. Send me in. It's war. Yeah, so this is good. We get, you actually get a decently substantial point bonus from murdering bosses, it seems. Yeah, look at that. Actually, really solid. Okay, okay. I'm picking up what we're putting down here. So, let's continue exploring. We'd like to do all of the boss fights. Keyword being would like to. There's no guarantee we're going to be able to. But we would like to do all of the boss fights. Oh, I mean, this extra stuff is great too. I'm starting to get a good feeling. I don't want to get ahead of myself. I'm starting to... I did it on the other run as well, and I ended up not placing nearly as well as I thought maybe we were going to. I mean, top 100 is still ridiculously fantastic, so I can't complain. I'm starting to get excited to the point where I'm like, top 10? It's not possible. It's not humanly possible. We're not getting a top 10, so don't get excited about it. Okay. 4 more bosses, and the run is over. Just enjoy your little bit of time you got left here. It is Delirium. Let's Emperor card out. We get a Mr. Fred fight instead. That's exactly what we were looking for. It's going to allow us to... we don't need anything at this point. We don't need items. We don't need items. We are done. We are simply taking a little bit of a victory lap at this point. We are taking a victory lap at this point. Owie. I have not seen the Conquest fight in so long. I just realized. Okay, so we're gonna test it. We're gonna test it. Delirium. Please save my score. Please save it. 46. Just in case it doesn't save, for our own purposes, 46,727. Are you sure you want to quit the daily? You won't be able to continue. Does it save my score? I gotta know. If I quit the Binding of Isaac daily, does it save my score? You go to the void. Okay, hold on. You go to the void. Farming, reroll machines, Mama Mega, Cathedral. Cathedral Shoal dailies are useless because going to the void and exiting the game during the Delirium fight gives you 2,000 more points than clearing Shoal / Cathedral / killing Satan / Isaac. You kill Hush, you go to the void, you clear the floor, exit the game when you encounter Delirium. Okay. I'm going for it. There's a freaking top 10 daily, dude! I told you! Oh, baby! Okay. It's not gonna stick. It's not gonna stay. It's not gonna stay. We need to accept that that score is not gonna stay. We learned a valuable lesson here. We did learn a valuable lesson about knowing when to hold them, knowing when to fold them, knowing when to quit. Another thing that I'm noticing is really could potentially take our Isaac play to the next level is time. I'm so slow. But a 7th finish, again, it's not gonna hold. If I get, my goal, by the way, for this is to someday somehow make it all right, but not right now. Someday we're gonna get ourselves a top 10. When all is said and done, when the daily ends, we're gonna end up top 10 on the leaderboards. Today is probably not that day. We're gonna get pushed down further. We were so close. Just a couple pieces less of damage and we would have been even better. But, I mean, you can't complain about a, you can't complain about a 7th place on a daily at this point. Let's check. Yo, Yeti finished his somehow in the time that we were doing ours. Yeti finished his 1474. Let's check yesterday's. We ended up at 56, which is very good, and we're throwing together some performances here. Anyway, that's a good start to the day. Thank you guys for watching. Hope you enjoyed. You learned something new. We will never be fighting Delirium ever again. That's got me pretty excited, to be honest. Thank you guys for watching. If you enjoyed, please consider showing some support down below, liking, commenting, subscribing, etc. Share with your grandma as always. But with that, thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to check out NSL and Yeetus' perspective as well. Link in the description below. And if you want to join, you can join the Discord and send us your challenge scores as well. But with that, thank you guys so much for watching. And I will see you tomorrow.